All right, so Dio's Anatomy for. I'm gonna have my own Dio's Anatomy, since John always has Dio's Anatomy. So, do you think that why there's a conspiracy behind the moon landing is they actually discovered alien evidence of alien life on the moon? Are there actually secret bases on the moon? Alien previous ancient aliens living on the moon? That'd be pretty interesting. Wonder if does Dio survive in space at all? I don't think Dio can survive in space. Weather Report can survive in space with his bubble, his lack of oxygen. They just did that one episode where he survives in space. I don't think Dio can survive in space. He can't even. No, he wouldn't. He would just die from the sun. No, yeah. Dio couldn't survive in space if he tried. But it's an interesting thought. I had my own Dio's Anatomy without you. But we can continue. Oh, okay. When you come back, we'll continue this Dio's Anatomy. What are you eating? Oh, it smells like cereal. Like Cheerios. We gotta do that movie too. Longest Yard. Wonder what Dio's favorite food is. I'm gonna look it up really quick. What is Dio's favorite food? Pretty sure that's trivia that's out there. Dio Brando's. I'm looking up Dio Brando's favorite food right now. But I don't know if there's anything. Dio Brando. Favorite food: steak, red wine. He never.
That adds up.
Yeah, never had the luxury of steaks and fancy drinks, so he probably really craves rich foods. Anyways,
What?
what?
He ate a lot when he lived with
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I forgot about that. Once he was in the presence of richness, he was constantly. He knew how to. He had better manners than Jonathan. I mean,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah. It's weird how you just reject your parents' ways of teaching you. It's like just a natural rebel when you're younger. You ever were
All
you ever a
time.
rebellious kid? We get your parents like teaching you ways and stuff like that.
I think so.
Yeah, in
I think
different
it's very
ways.
natural, right?
Yeah, but
Headstrong.
not like to an extreme like degree.
Yeah.
I was never like a trouble.
I wanted
kid.
to take a year off of. I didn't want to start college right away. I wanted to wait a year.
Yeah. You
And-
didn't why? You just didn't know what you wanted to do, or
I was injured with like baseball and
yeah.
stuff, so I was just like,
hoping
I just want to take a year off and not worry
recover,
Mm-hmm.
maybe get back into it.
Yeah, but then
I was going to school anyways, so you're like, oh, I might as well tag along with
no,
my
I might as well
friend.
just go. No,
Yeah.
we just ended up me and my mom ended up getting an argument over it,
Yeah,
and so I just ended up going.
yeah. That was she wanted you to go.
Yeah.
What about your dad? What was his position?
I don't think he cared.
He didn't really care.
Nah,
He said, come work with me.
hey, come work with me. Yeah, never. I would never do that.
Yeah, working with your parents or your family is just like not a good situation to be in.
I think at that time too.
Things were different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely would never want to work with my dad, even to this day.
even to this day.
I want to this day.
He'd be like, "You're one ugly motherfucker."
I'm surprised he doesn't say that anymore.
No.
I haven't heard it for a while.
Well, when I go over there, he'll definitely. That's the first thing he'll say. especially with his haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna get cut lines in my hair, but the places I went to yesterday closed at 5 instead of 6. Google lied to me, so I couldn't get lines, so I just had to get it cut.
Why'd you get it cut that way?
Where or why?
Why?
Because I wanted something different.
Mm.
Yeah. I've been doing like every time I get it cut fades and stuff, and I was like, you know what? It's time for a mullet. It's cleaner cut than what I normally have it, like when it grows out, but still has that like animosity that kung fu martial artists.
So when you
have.
went to go get it cut, did you say I want a mullet, and that's what they gave you?
I said, yeah, give me this. I was like, this is kind of a modern mullet. No, they're like, no, that's just a mullet. And they're like, do you want us to cut the top? And I was like, yeah, go ahead and cut the top. Like, you sure you don't want to leave it long? I'm like, no, you can go ahead and cut the top. Give it a little more sophisticated. Besides, when my hair's longer, it looks like I have more gray hair.
Yeah,
because it's just.
it still looks like you have a lot of gray hair.
I mean, I do for my age. Definitely more than you and Albert.
Oh, yeah.
Way more.
Better hairline, at least.
Yeah? You think Albert has a bad hairline?
He claims he does. I don't think he does.
All right. Well, as soon as he gets back here, we'll be like, show us your hairline.
I think
Open your mouth.
I think that's why he gets his hair cut like the way it does, so it doesn't show as much.
Yeah.
But I don't think he has a bad hairline regardless.
No.
It's not like all the way up here and like my hair's like thinning in areas.
I can't really tell either.
When it's like back, when it's slicked back, or if I style it, you can't tell. But if it's just like straight down, you can definitely tell that there's some areas thinning. So
yeah, no, you still have good hair.
Perks of age.
Perks of age. Does your
Both
dad?
Both sides of my family.
Both sides.
Yeah.
My mom's side of the family has thinning hair, so my brother's always afraid.
Bald.
Yeah, they all shave their head now.
Is that why Tony like holds on to that really long
I think so.
hairstyle?
Pretty sure that's why he's afraid he's gonna lose his hair. His hairline's not that bad.
I don't think so.
No.
He claims it is, but
Does your dad have thinning hair? Yeah.
your dad's bald, right?
No.
Really thin on top.
It's really thin.
I thought he was bald.
Does he comb over his hair? Leave it long and comb over it? Yeah. It's weird that men are just so prideful in their. I mean, I guess it's just humans in general for the most part. We just want to look good to attract people, or not to
I
attract
think it's
bad.
worse now, just because like, so I don't know if this will get us canceled or anything, but
No, we wouldn't say it.
like
I said
women
I said
now
some
like have such
high standards.
I don't want to say high, but like interesting standards to where like you have to have hair or you have to have like this.
And if you don't have that, you have to make up for it.
Yeah, and then there's like, man, I don't know. Like, obviously it's TikTok, and so those type of people that are on those have like some very interesting points of views regardless.
I think we're also looking at a demographic if we're going to social media that
Yeah,
doesn't
for sure,
reflect the population.
But it's like they have those like dating things, and like if a guy cries, like they want a sensitive guy, but if he
Really?
cries, then it's just like,
Do they really want that? I don't know if they really want that.
that's what they say, right?
I think that's what people are
it's just very interesting.
very interesting.
I don't like, obviously like TikTok is TikTok, but
Yeah.
in general, I've met some pretty heartless people, both men and women.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know how you could do that. Like, I don't know how some guys could like just hit on a bunch of different women at a time, or
They haven't discovered the deeper meaning of life. They're just very surface level.
Yeah.
They don't care about it.
yeah. I've always just had that like conscience of like I focus on one person, and
Yeah. I think it's just how we were raised.
yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on the environment.
Yeah.
Welcome to Talking Sip episode 2.
Episode 2.
We were me and Jesse were just kind of like talking about a bunch of different things. It started with Dio's anatomy, and
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
then
Classic.
it went to like Dio's food choices,
Yep.
and then how you could be rebellious towards your parents.
Yep.
Were you ever rebellious?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
Even to this day.
Nope.
And we were talking about all this stuff while we were waiting for you because Jesse, I've been looking at this phone. Like I just keep looking at it, and I wanted to know the story. And Jesse brought it up. Like, do you want to know the story about this phone? And I said, sure, yeah. So
Take it away.
take it away.
All right. So, speaking about social media, I feel like I spend more time on my phone than I should.
Okay.
So
Doing
I
what?
want just wasting time,
Okay.
not being present, not being part of the world, not learning. So, I don't know if this is gonna be a permanent thing
Mm.
or if I'm just gonna try it out. But I got a dumb phone, or it's dumber.
You're putting your money where your mouth was.
Yeah. So I'm experimenting to see if I'm really that addicted, if I
Okay.
really need it. Also to see how much we need that for like to be successful, whether it be career. I mean, my new job's giving me an iPhone, so it kind of defeats the whole purpose. but
Because
Pers-
you're on call or why?
I will be on call.
Okay.
Yeah, I will be on call, and
Well, it's not like you have to use that phone for anything other than waiting for a
Besides-
call
yeah.
from them.
Yeah, and then scheduling, whether it be like work related stuff. So I wanted to see how it would be to go back in time to have
Yeah.
like a dumber phone.
Yeah.
So doesn't have a good camera. It only does 4G.
Did you ever take pictures?
Do I ever like with my current phone?
Yeah.
I take pictures, but not like I don't post pictures or anything. I just do
Okay.
it mainly for memories.
Okay.
I mean, I'll still have this around mainly at home, and then if I need certain apps,
Yeah.
I'll bring it here. But I'm gonna leave this at home when I work and when I mainly. But yeah, this is why I got this, just to kind of, what's the word? Wean. What?
Yeah. WEEN.
Yeah, wean myself off of social media. I mean, I don't really
No.
use social media anyways.
WEAN. Never mind. Whatever.
But yeah, I'm just basically like trying to beat
The system.
beat the system. I'm always rebellious.
I mean, that's interesting. Like, I know it kind of looks like it on the podcast episodes because, like, I'm on my phone a lot. I verify a lot of things that Jesse says or they say. And then sometimes when Jesse goes on his tangent, I'm just like, okay, let me look at something real quick. And
But you got to be present.
But like, when you go on your tangents, I was like, there's no point. I normally come back and you're still talking about the same thing, and I'm just like, okay, I didn't miss anything. But I don't know. With me in my phone, if I'm not on the podcast, there's so many times I just forget it. Like I just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like even I normally put it like in the little. There's like a little part in my car next to the cup holders. I'll
Yeah.
just put it there to rest. And then so many times when I get out of my car, I just leave it there because like I just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
I mean, it's good that you're doing that, but if you are constantly making an effort to not be on your phone, I don't think this is gonna affect your overall goal. If that
What-
makes sense.
What do you mean?
Because your overall goal is just to not use the phone much.
Yeah.
So whether you have this or that,
You
You-
could just delete apps on your phone.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's just my point. But
Yeah. This is some mornings where I just wake up and I'll just scroll for like 20 minutes. I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I wasting time? I could be doing something else or
it
waking
depends
up
on
later.
like what you're scrolling for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just.
If you're scrolling for information, then that's not really wasting time. But if you're just like scrolling Instagram or social media, then
I mean, I don't even have Instagram. My Facebook.
so then what are
is-
you scrolling for?
It's YouTube. I just watch the just dumb, useless YouTube videos all the time. Oh, we can
Entertainment
cut
is
this
a
out, but
Important form of life.
it can be. I think it has its place, but also my YouTube videos, my for you page or whatever the main page, just turned into a bunch of like hot Asian women. I'm just like, why? I like
What are you watching that caused that to happen?
Don't ask me any
You're
questions.
self-reporting right now.
Yeah, no, it's just weird. I click on one video, and then there's like, okay, we're just gonna keep sending you videos.
You
I'm
know
like,
how that works.
I know they're just trying to get you on the app for longer.
Well, yeah, because you click it one time. That's the point.
Or even it's not even if you click it; it's if you stop on it long
Yes,
enough, it
yes.
knows what you're looking at.
yes.
Yeah, so like a lot of like cosplay like stuff, like fashion shows and stuff like that.
If you want to delete this part of the podcast,
I already told Nicole. Nicole already knows. Like,
no, like not even for that. Like if you want to, because you just like told on yourself, that's up to you. But
I
my
have
YouTube
no
doesn't have anything like that.
No, me neither.
for whatever reason, like it hasn't gone away, and I've been like Majora's Mask videos, like political stuff, exercise stuff. I got a phone call.
Is it someone you know?
I don't think so,
Then don't answer.
but it might be for my job.
Okay, then.
Hello?
Did you miss the call?
No, it says likely scam, but I only say hello
Oh,
just to,
Right.
so they don't capture my voice.
yeah.
It's weird. Cloud's like slamming it shut. It's like the funnest part of it.
I mean,
Um,
that's
That's the whole purpose of those phones.
Yeah.
Entertainment in a different way.
Yeah.
satisfaction of closing it like an old razor.
That's just weird though. Like
What are you talking about?
my YouTube doesn't do that. Like
Maybe I clicked on a couple
You
more
clicked
than
on the
one.
wrong one. Yeah.
you definitely clicked on more than just one.
It's my small brain working.
Small, yeah.
YouTube working.
What are your like? What is most on your?
I've been
Social
watching a lot of history and food videos, so I've been getting that lately.
Food videos, like as in making food or just watching cooking, like cooking shows?
A mix of that.
Mhm.
Tasting history.
That's a channel.
It's a channel. Steve 1989. He reviews MREs from now and from the early 1900s. I think he got something from the Civil War too. That was pretty cool.
Is still good?
No.
No.
No, he opened it, though.
It went past the Best By date
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
It's been a while. I had stuff like Gordon Ramsay stuff and other food videos like that. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of that.
Nice.
History.
Yeah.
It's fucking raw.
Yeah. Where's lamb sauce? Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. What's your for you paid?
Mine is actually like a bunch of sports stuff right now.
Yeah.
I've been
Oh,
kind
that's-
of getting back into like baseball and
It's a
I mean,
lot of. I got a lot of sports stuff too, but it's related.
like
Okay.
I obviously like watch some wrestling YouTube stuff. So
Yeah.
so I get a lot of that. Me and Jason were like playing Elden Ring for quite a while. Like last couple,
So you have like playthroughs and stuff like that.
yeah, more build stuff like
Mm-hmm.
how to build certain types of characters and
To fight certain bosses or
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have like you know like the Watch Mojo stuff.
Yeah.
Like style videos where it's like top 10.
Yeah.
Game what is it called? Gameranx does that as well. Have you ever watched Gameranx?
no.
It's the guy that like does the before you buy.
Okay.
Have you seen them?
I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he does like top like 20 video game stuff. So
Mm.
those are like interesting to me. And then, like I said, more sports stuff, basketball stuff.
Oh, you're looking through it right now?
Yeah, I'm looking through it right now just to see.
Let's snitch on myself. What do I got?
There's a Rocket League video, basketball, wrestling,
So some Bruce
Baseball.
Lee.
Souls, most legendary awakenings in anime, basketball, 20 games where you are the only person alive, basketball, baseball, wrestling. So
Yeah. I got some political videos. Secret Service failed. Bruce Lee, there is no opponent. There's
Okay, yeah, we can.
yeah. I have a lot of fitness videos, but I just find fitness women attractive. So, oh yeah, that's more.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. Iguana bites. Wait. Iguana bites ruin women's yoga pose. So there's iguanas biting women doing
On the
beach
on the beach
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, it's not as bad as it used to be, but I've been definitely fighting to like
Get it out of there.
get it out of there.
Yeah.
Get it out of there. So.
I think you could just like click the little 3 dots as well and just
Oh,
say
really?
that you're not interested.
Yep.
Yeah, but that would be a lie.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well then.
Not interested in seeing it on your.
I don't
recommended
want it.
page.
Yeah, I don't want it just there all the time.
Why you're worried about lying to YouTube?
Moving on. So the overall like thought process of this episode was so we had a discussion about like some video games and they gave you some suggestions. We don't have to talk about the overall conversation.
Oh yeah.
But like one of your deal breakers for the video games was
Yeah.
pretty
You think it's ridiculous?
I told Albert
Excessive.
about it too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean we all have deal breakers like that can be kind of
Yeah, they're a little weird.
yeah. That's why
Yeah.
I was just kind of like curious like if what are some deal breakers, whether it be like relationship, video game, movie, like whatnot.
I mean, I don't think it'll get us canceled if we talk like
I don't
in
think so. either.
generalization. Yeah. Everyone has their different tastes and stuff like that.
Mhm.
People can probably just tell based on my movie preferences and what I do. Like
He doesn't like female leads.
I don't
I'm just
like
kidding.
quote unquote woke stuff. I just
Mhm.
it's just not my cup of tea.
Mm.
I think it's pandering to specific people, but every movie is trying to grab a specific like audience. But
Mhm. And you're just not the audience.
I'm
for
just
that
not the
stuff.
audience for that stuff.
Yeah.
And there is people that's meant for that, and they enjoy that, and then I'm glad that they enjoyed that. But for me, it's definitely just not something that I entertain at all.
Right.
Mhm.
So we can talk about it even more, like specifically which game it was, and maybe if I played it more, I can look past that type of stuff. But it's just automatically when I see something like that, it just turns my interest off.
Mm-hmm.
So the game was Cassette Beast,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to be a Pokemon style
Yeah.
game, right? It looked interesting. Like they have a different evolution system. They're all like music
Based.
electronic
That's a cool
component concepts, but just some of the stuff they asked me in the game, I was like, I
told Albert.
I wish I didn't have to answer this question. Like, it doesn't really affect the game how you play.
But does it
At
choose
all?
if you look like a boy or a girl?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't really care for it. I played 30 minutes, and I was like, you know what? Just like Falcon and Winter Soldier, I was like, I don't need to play this or watch this. I'm just gonna stop it
Mm-hmm.
and request the refund. So I just got my money back for
Now,
yeah.
did the gameplay turn you off, or was it just like once you saw that you just kind of like
That was like I was like, oh, like that kind of sucks. Whatever. Like a lot. It's pretty prevalent nowadays. And then the music was just so annoying. So I started playing it. The music was annoying. So I turned off the music. I'm like, you need something in the background. Like I could put on my own music,
And
but it doesn't.
but it also sounds like music in this game should be one of the core things about this.
I
game.
like
Yeah.
the music in the
Okay.
game. So
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
I think it's
don't
just
know.
preference.
Preference.
Yeah.
Preference. Yeah.
What kind of music is it?
It's like an American lady singing. I'm assuming she's American. English.
I mean, she's not really singing
Really?
too much. She's more like humming, but
Okay.
Oh.
I think it's pretty catchy. It's more like jazzy-ish.
Okay.
It's like, I think of it, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where there's like an American like English sounding song as the
Okay.
main theme, and I was like, I didn't really care for that. I just want like, doon, 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 I don't know, like the instrumental,
electro-
classical,
Okay.
like
Less vocals?
orchestra, yeah.
Not that one. Not that one.
Slower pace. Jazz.
Yeah, no, it was just like I just turned off the music because it would happen during battles. I think it was mainly during battles, but I want to be like hyped during the battle, not just like listening to someone sing.
Okay.
And then so it would be really annoying for me to like toggle on and off the music,
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah.
oh, that, like this,
That would be
it
hard.
takes me out of the game like completely if I'm just like, oh, I go into my settings, turn on the music when I'm not in battle,
Oh, okay, that's
and then
bad.
turn it on, and I was like, so me, it's just personal preference, but
Yeah.
it affected my gameplay that much that I was
Mhm.
like, I just can't. That was probably like the main reason why, because that just dumb feature, like turning it on, turn it off.
Right.
He likes
Yeah.
to really blast and like.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess if he's the music was a big thing, and then valid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you're not wrong. There's going to be more social media and games that include that kind of option.
Yeah. Yeah. Which cool if that's what floats your boat. Like, I'm glad you enjoy that, but for me, it's
Right.
just
I mean, for them, it's not even about. I mean, for the developer, their intention is to include more people.
yeah. But some people feel like it excludes certain people.
I agree.
So, but if you're including some people, you're also not including some people by
Right.
default.
Their
Which
their intent is to try to capture the widest audience.
yeah. And for me, I'm just not part of the
But
audience.
that means excluding some others.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
not everyone's gonna like everything.
Right.
Not everyone's gonna like space movies.
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick movies.
Yeah.
Scary movies. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You have the freedom to like whatever you want. Just don't.
And
Yeah.
in the capitalism system, then that's fine.
Yeah.
You just don't either buy it or consume it.
Yep.
Mhm.
You vote with your dollars, so you just
Right.
gotta.
So you can, I guess, if you wanted to pirate it, then you can just pirate it if you don't want to support it.
Yeah. I
Have
don't
you
know.
ever had like a? What would you say is your like craziest like?
I mean, for me, it's not a deal breaker because I usually don't buy things that I already. I guess my deal breaker is right now. I just have never been into JRPGs. Just the length of a game like that. I usually, and I guess RPGs in general. I don't think I've played very many of those where I complete the game. Like I own them because I was either gifted it or something, or is really on sale. I've got too many games in my backlog that I've never gotten to.
Are the Mario and Luigi like saga games? Are those considered JRPGs?
They're considered RPGs. I don't know.
RPGs?
I would
At least
assume
RPGs,
JRPGs as well,
'cause
but
Yeah.
they're also made in Japan.
Yeah,
because
so-
Nintendo.
the
Okay.
I've-
Japanese style RPGs.
I have played, I think, only one of those Mario and Luigi games.
Which one?
Trying to remember, it was on 3DS.
Oh, was it 3DS?
So-
That's has to be
I played. I think
Dream
it
Team
was Bowser's
Inside Story.
Inside Story,
Oh, it's DS. I haven't played that one.
or DS, I guess.
Yeah.
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 It's okay.
I like those games.
So like you just don't like the time it takes to beat them, or
I don't know the aspect of it. It's probably either time or maybe the grind that I might have to do to get to certain parts of the story.
It's the guy that talks about Monster Hunter. What did you?
I mean, for me, it's not about.
Monster Hunter isn't like the story like to beat it. It's just like you have a lot of replayability because like everything is different each hunt.
Right. You don't. At least how much I do play of Monster Hunter, it's not a ton, but I don't fight the same monster very often to grind to get the same armor. I
No?
just deal with what I got and then move on
Oh, okay.
most of the time. That's how I play. I'm not really a person that min maxes what I do
Yeah.
or prioritizes like certain things. I just play to have fun.
It's a good way to play.
Yeah, yeah. As long as I'm having, even if I die, as long as I'm having fun, then I'm fine with it.
So you never really care about the story of a game?
I do, but most of the time when I play a game, it's to be with friends. I don't think I play too many games for the story when I play by myself. I usually don't.
I mean, the two Legend of Zelda games that you play don't really have much of a.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
I don't play too many games that are single player.
It's an exception to the rule.
Right? Yeah, there's not too many examples of that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game?
I mean, generic answer is anything I play with friends. Like I don't play a lot of games by myself.
It's not an answer.
I know. I mean, like I might say Halo because I played it with my brother,
Yeah.
not because of just it being Halo. It's because I experienced it with him,
Yeah.
and that was multiplayer campaign mode, not because it was campaign mode by myself.
Have you played all the recent Halos?
Not the last two, being Halo 5 and Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
So a deal breaker for you is it has to be multiplayer.
It probably. I mean, for
Most often.
Most
it's
of
a
the times,
preference. I don't know if
yeah.
it's a deal breaker.
I mean, I guess it's a deal breaker.
This is
because
a
if I
single
don't-
breaker.
If I
This
don't
is
play
single
them,
player.
then it's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Single player, no thank you.
But I prefer campaign modes with multiplayer, like Borderlands or Halo.
You played Mario Party 6 or Mario 64 for the Nintendo Super Mario?
No.
Oh, dang. It's another game we
Pretty much all the games I grew up playing were multiplayer games
Okay.
with my brother.
What was your first console that you owned?
64.
Okay.
So, if anything, we fought over playing Pokemon Coliseum
Stadium.
because that's single player.
Yeah.
Coliseum.
Oh, Stadium,
Stadium.
or single player, or
Coliseum's GameCube.
GameCube, yeah.
Stadium or
Stadium 2.
Stadium 2. Yeah.
Those aren't single player games, so.
You can play multiplayer. It's mostly multiplayer, honestly.
I mean,
That's what
where's the Pokemon Stadium where it was single player and there was a story?
that's
That's
Coliseum.
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 Yeah.
That's GameCube, though, like you
Yeah.
said.
That was GameCube, and you played like one guy and caught other trainers Pokemon, right?
Shadow Pokemon.
Shadow
yeah.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
that one too.
Yeah.
Which sucked because then it was very limited.
Yeah, it's very limited. You couldn't catch any Pokemon. It was
Right.
just you had to choose the
dark
evil ones.
trainers.
The Pokemon that have been abused and beaten up, and
Right.
they're
And you're saving them.
now you're saving them.
Yeah.
Appropriating their Pokemon.
Yeah, that's that was interesting Pokemon back then.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of person I am. Is if I can play with friends, then I usually play that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I always intend. I have like probably 10 games downloaded that are single player. That's like, oh, if I'm bored, I'm gonna play this by myself because I want to, and I spent the money, but I just haven't.
That's why you got one of these things, right?
I mean, still, yeah. I just haven't gotten to use it as much.
I'm
Which
waiting.
is sad, I
I'm
know.
waiting to fix mine.
I brought the paper clips at least. So.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. They're
Where
over
are they
there
at?
somewhere.
You lost them. No, I'm kidding.
Imagine.
Get some more, Albert.
Dang.
I was thinking about Pokemon Coliseum. That was like an updated stadium. Remember Coliseum on the GameCube?
Uh huh.
And the graphics were like good for Pokemon games at the time.
Yeah, as far as a 3D world goes,
Yeah.
and it's kind of open world.
And you bring your no, I meant Battle Revolution. Sorry.
I didn't play that one.
No,
I don't
you
think I
connect
played
your
that one,
DS to it, so you bring your own game, your own Pokemon.
That's yeah.
It was really cool at the time.
I think actually that's a lie. I did play that one with you,
Yeah,
but only to do the battling.
yeah. That was a really cool game.
Mm-hmm.
Was that
'Cause, yeah.
Wii? I can't remember if it was Wii or if it was.
I think that's
it
Wii.
was Wii
Because
Had
that one
connected to the game to the DS.
Platinum, right? Or well, Pearl and Diamond.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Those are cool games.
Because back then you could even connect
Back when Pokemon was good.
because you had to because you could use GameCube memory cards into the Wii.
Yeah.
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 I don't know if I have a deal breaker with games. I think for the most part I try them all. I think the deal breaker for me is
If they suck or not.
no
Oh.
the deal breaker for me is like if people play ahead. So it's more so like with the people.
If you were playing a multiplayer game.
Yeah, because if we're playing a multiplayer game and we're supposed to be playing together,
Yeah.
like once someone goes ahead and does everything without, I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
done playing.
Yeah. Like if you're not gonna be a team player, then there's no
Yeah.
team.
Right. Like that can be between Minecraft or Borderlands. I'm guessing is what you're maybe.
Borderlands, but not with Jacob. Like
Oh, okay.
I'm not referencing that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I was referencing Borderlands 3. Me and Jason played with another one of our friends online,
Yeah.
and we are all supposed to be playing together. And then the next time we got on, he was already like so far ahead, and I was just like,
What's the point then?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I'm done.
Oh,
like,
okay.
He's gonna basically just carry you guys.
yeah.
How far
you would-
ahead?
I guess you would like to progress together.
Yeah. Because that's the whole point of like playing together
Hmm.
is to progress together.
Yeah.
Borderlands 2 with Jacob was just a different thing altogether.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
like what happened is that like it was mine and Jason's first time playing. Albert
Yeah.
and Jacob have played before.
Yeah.
So like Jacob was just like trying to get through all the cutscenes and stuff like that.
he wasn't allowing you to enjoy the first time.
Yeah. Which, you know, like at the time was pretty irritating, but understandable.
But you should still understand, like, they've never played this. They want to experience it for the first time.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best way to play it the first
Not the
time
best
with
experience.
with someone who's already played it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a 4-player game and we were all willing to play, so
Yeah.
Yeah. What about when it comes to like friendships? Like, what's a deal breaker? Like, whose friend can't you be?
I mean,
we-
the type of friend I couldn't have is someone that's stubborn and doesn't want to either improve themselves or isn't willing to bend for things
Jason.
that aren't. I'm not trying to hurt people.
no,
but,
not Jesse. I said Jason.
Aren't
Oh.
bending for things that I feel most people are comfortable with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and people that don't want to try new things. For me, it's food.
food.
For me, it's food is a big thing. If you don't want to try something new that I feel like everyone should experience,
unless you have an allergy.
well, yeah, I'm
Some
not,
circumstance.
I'm not trying to force you on it.
You
have
better
an
eat that
allergy to
strawberry.
that?
Yeah, you need those. Yeah, I want you to try this shrimp because you're gonna die. No, but like I want you to try something other than chicken.
I love chicken.
Me too.
I know. Like when we like for me, the pet peeve that I have remembered is when we went to LA
Yeah.
and we went to Japantown
Yeah.
and then we ended up at a Korean barbecue place
Yeah.
in Japantown.
Yeah. Wait, who chose that?
What
I don't
happened?
I don't remember, but we ended up at the Korean place. And we could have had anything else, like maybe Japanese, but
I think we were super hungry at the time or
We
something,
were.
but we could have planned it out better.
yeah.
Wait, I'm confused. Is that not what we wanted?
I mean, I think
Or
everyone
was
liked it, but I mean,
it was just like one person?
I think we could have. Albert saying we could have tried something we haven't tried before.
Oh,
Right.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree because I'm pretty sure the last time when Jason went with us, we also ate there before.
Yeah.
So I had already eaten there.
Like could have had something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty bothersome for me too. And like relationships, friendships or whatever
Yeah.
is that like as I've gotten older, I've been like okay with like I would say like when I was younger I was definitely like really picky.
Yeah.
But now it's just like I'm okay with trying new things.
the
I
worst
actually
thing,
want to try new things.
yeah. The worst thing that's gonna happen is you don't like it, and you're just gonna spit it out.
Yeah.
The worst thing.
I hate like at work we often like order food every now and then. And when we order collectively like as a big like leadership team, there's like 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like they always want me to decide, and it's just like I don't care. Like we can eat whatever. But there are certain people in the group that are very like
Picky.
I don't want that today or I don't want this today, and it's just
Yeah.
like so then
Come
you pick
on.
like
Yeah, you gotta pick now.
Like yeah, I'm gonna
No.
pick a place that I would like then if you give me the choice.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we had this meeting on Friday, and then we're gonna all order food together, and they wanted me to pick, and I was just like, I want sushi. Then like,
Yeah.
if we're gonna eat something, we're gonna eat something that we don't normally get, and it's different. And then one of the people was like, I don't really want that right now,
Yeah.
and so then it's just like,
Okay.
okay, then what do you want? And we ended up getting chicken wings from ATL Wings, and it's just like. We could have gotten that any day. It's literally right down the street. Like,
Ooh. Speaking about ATL wings, wait,
no,
finish your
go
point.
ahead. This is the end of my story.
ranch is a deal breaker. I don't like
I
ranch.
can't stand.
I don't know
ranch.
why, but
Sorry,
people
guys.
people
I
people
love
have been
ranch.
trying to get me to try ranch, and they said ATL Wings has really good ranch. But I don't know why. I've never
Ranch
liked
is
ranch.
not good to me.
I don't like it.
Oh,
It has to
man.
have like certain like avocado lime or jalapeno ranch.
Like
It
a
has to have like
deviation.
yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, it's just like it's not a top
Not my
choice.
preference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone told me Hidden Valley Ranch is the best ranch, and I need to try that ranch.
Is it
No?
not?
What's
I
your
mean,
favorite
it's
ranch?
good. I don't have a favoritism
Do you-
over ranch.
do
I
you-
love ranch.
Are there
in
certain
general.
ranches that are not good?
I don't know of a bad ranch.
It's
but
just like
maybe
water.
For me, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's why we don't like it because it looks just watery. Like,
I mean,
Oh, I don't know.
does ranch have anchovy in it?
What?
I forget.
I don't know.
I forget.
Oh.
But I love ranch.
Another one
I don't
is
think I've had
like
bad ranch, but that's
lately mayo with me as well. Kind of just doesn't sit well with me. Like it just kind of grosses me out now,
Okay.
especially if it's from like the jar that
Yeah.
you scoop it out. Like it just looks gross to me. Like
Oh.
I'll eat it on certain things, but for the most part, I just like don't want it near me anymore.
Interesting.
I just love sauces.
You love sauces?
Yeah.
I love
What's your favorite
spice.
sauce? You like spice?
It depends on the food.
Okay.
Depends on the food.
If you go to a sub place, what condiments do you typically get on a sub?
Like a Dijon mustard.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your go-to
Like
sauce?
like a fancy mustard. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Mustard.
Mustard?
But I also like mayo and ketchup.
Oh, I can't stand ketchup. Ketchup's a deal breaker. I do not like ketchup at all
Why is it a deal breaker?
because I won't eat the food if it's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a deal breaker.
And then I grew up with different fish sauces and fermented food too. So
Yeah,
like, I like that stuff.
if you covered Megan Fox in ketchup, I would not find her appealing whatsoever.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Things I say.
You wearing ketchup on your shirt right now?
At least he doesn't have to eat it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Take the shirt off.
Try it. Fine, I'll give you what you want. This couldn't have waited until after the podcast. No, another deal breaker. So we're not wrestling anymore. Last episode.
But yeah, overall, I love food. I don't need a friend to like everything I like, but like when I ask you to try it, just try it.
Yeah,
Except silkworms.
Yeah, I'm not trying. Okay, I'm not gonna go that far.
it has to be a reasonable
Yes.
item, right?
Something reasonably adventurous. I'm not gonna push you, but I want you to try something somewhat new to you.
What about ranch? What if we don't like ranch?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, if you've had it before, I'm not gonna push you.
I think I've had it a couple times.
Yeah,
I've had it a little too much.
We've
that's
had
fine.
it really.
but like
Salads.
something new.
Mm.
I normally try. Do you just eat raw salad?
If they have no Italian dressing, Italian's my go-to. I'm okay with 1,000 Islands.
Yeah,
And then
because I
what's
think that has ketchup inside.
ketchup? Yeah, but it's not like pure ketchup.
Okay.
It's like the deviation. It's not pure
So
ranch.
it's not a deal breaker anymore.
What? No, it's deal breaker. If it's just pure ketchup,
Why don't you like ketchup?
it's just too sweet for me. That's what. I
Okay,
think
so
I
you don't
said.
like American ketchup.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. What
There's
else ketchup?
Other ketchups have less sugar inside.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Where do I get this non-American ketchup?
You can make it yourself, or you can. I can show you different stores you can buy other ketchup. If you want to try it again, but
I mean, I guess it'd be part of our food episode, trying
Okay.
stuff we don't like. We
Okay.
need second chance foods.
I don't know. I'm not gonna try to have you like ketchup. That's not a big deal to me.
Yeah, food. Food. What other food deal breakers are just absolutely
Wait, what type of sauces do you like?
just in general?
Yeah,
Like teriyaki stuff, sweet and sour sauces.
that's sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet, but
No, I'm
it's
just
also
kidding.
sweet
I'm
and
just
sour.
kidding.
I like mustard.
But tomato ketchup is also vinegar and sugar based, so
Yeah.
It's very interesting, right?
that's interesting that you like. You
Vinegar
might like.
and tomatoes, but I don't like ketchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would like that. Mostly mustard, occasionally mayo, but more mustard than anything.
I'm not a fan of yellow mustard. I like whole grain or like fancy mustard.
I can't afford that.
Okay.
Not kidding. I'll have to try fancy mustard.
And Grey Poupon is the classic.
That's a mustard?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know what that was.
Yep.
I've heard it before, but
It was memed on in commercials and stuff.
That's too fancy for me.
Okay.
yeah, can't even spell it. So Grey Poupon, is that how
Yeah.
you say it?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
French.
French. So that's
Grey
fancy
Poupon.
mustard.
Yeah.
Do you put it on hot dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you would put yellow mustard on. I
I'm
put
starting
it
to
on.
realize things about Albert.
What?
He's a very fancy person.
I love food. I like spending money on food. Is what I do.
I don't want to spend money on food. I eat to survive, and I try to do it relatively healthy.
I mean, I eat to enjoy it and be healthy. So that's me.
Yeah.
I just eat.
Yeah.
Do you want to go into other deal breakers?
We can, yeah.
Relationship wise and stuff like that, or
Yeah.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, I guess.
Let's get into the nitty
Like,
gritty.
okay. The nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty.
Have you ever had like what would you say is your craziest like deal breaker?
Craziest, like
And not
unreasonable.
maybe not so much unreasonable, but like it was definitely like a red flag for you.
Isn't that what a deal breaker is? I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
Yes.
asking.
Yeah.
It's just a different way of phrasing it, yeah.
Red flags. So it used to be a red flag. It's not so much anymore. I just think it depends on the situation.
Mm.
But there was a girl in high school that I was dating that had strict religious parents, and that kind of shaped my view of religion, or at least religious people,
Hmm.
and that affected relationships going forward.
Okay.
So I stayed away from very strict religious people, and I think now I feel like obviously you can overgeneralize and stuff like that, but
Right.
I think I'm more spiritual than I was in the past, and that's not as big, depending on the severity, a big as a deal breaker. Now.
Depending on how devout they are.
Yeah, how devout they are. Obviously, it should be matching your own beliefs, right?
Sure.
Obviously, it's going to be very difficult to have different beliefs
Yep.
and be in a relationship, but I'm more open-minded when it comes to people's religion. I mean, I've never like
Yeah,
don't,
you at
but
least tolerate them. You're not going to be aggressive to them.
I never. I'm not an aggressive person.
Right.
Can barely break a red board. But I think like
I think
it
now
used
that
to
you
be
broke
religion.
it, you could break it multiple times.
Or I broke my hand and now I can never break it again.
I just wasn't sure what to expect when punching the red board, so I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
This people said that the red board was like pretty hard to break. It's decently hard, but it's not like
Yeah, if I could,
I'm telling you, it was just like you were either scared to hit Albert or you were like,
or I missed it or
Traumati-
something. Or
yeah,
something.
because like once you broke it, you went clean through. Whereas
Yeah.
the other ones, you were like pulling off to the left or right.
Maybe I think the first one I hit too high and then I hit to the side
Yeah.
or something.
Well, it folded in Albert's hand, so he wasn't holding it right.
no, I wasn't. I wasn't sure what to expect because I haven't held one in a long time. So
It's literally everyone's fault but yours.
I've done that when you're not prepared
Yeah.
to receive someone's like kick or punch.
right, yeah.
It's
No, it hit me in the.
she was a
face little
big she was a big lady.
bit.
Oh. Yeah,
I'm at the board.
she'd kick my ass if we were to fight. She'd kick my ass. Even today, if she's still doing martial arts, she'd kick my ass.
Mm.
I think anyone that does martial arts and fights most non-martial arts people, or someone who doesn't have a fighting background, is gonna get their ass kicked.
And weight is a big factor too.
Weight is a big factor. She was taller than me and heavier
yeah,
than me.
well, yeah. Even without martial arts training, weight is
Yeah.
a big factor.
Little man.
Little man.
Grab each other on the cold ground, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll grab the oil. Is height like someone being taller than you a deal breaker? Like a lady being taller than you? You prefer that?
I don't like. You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
Tangent. Another one of my coworkers. She's pretty tall.
Yeah.
She's
not
probably
taller than you, but
not taller than me.
tall.
We were because we were in our leadership meeting, and I was sitting like this. I normally sit like this, and then she was sitting like this, and so we put each other's. I put my foot next to hers, and she almost had the same shoe size as me. She said it was like 11 in women's, and my normal shoe size is like 12 and a half.
Yeah.
And then later on, we were talking about it, and she had the nerve. She's like, "You're not that tall," and I was just like, "Excuse you." Like,
You're pretty tall.
I'm tall, like, for most men.
You're
Yeah.
definitely above average male
Well, isn't
height.
the average like 5'10"?
5'10".
Yeah. And
And you're 15 or something? Like, you're pretty
Who
tall.
knows? I'm definitely 6 foot. And so she's.
I like when I get over just the bust out laughing just red.
No, I'm laughing at him trying to defend himself.
Oh.
I am definitely over 6 foot.
No, I'm not over 6 foot. I exactly at 6
I'm
feet.
kidding, I'm
Oh, I
kidding.
thought
Um,
you were 6'1".
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I
You
think
said it
used to-
before.
I think I used to say I was 6'1" because of that reason. But I'm definitely just 6
That's why
foot.
I'm laughing.
But she's like she's taller than you guys, and I
For sure.
still stand like a good couple inches
Yeah.
over her. Like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, how dare you say that to me? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really met a lot of women that were taller than me.
It's pretty tall. It's pretty hard to be 6 foot and be a woman.
Yeah.
Statistically, it's very, like, hard.
At least American.
So you think size 11 women's feet is big?
It was I don't know if she was lying or not, but it was relatively close to my foot size.
I don't think so.
If you saw our feet together,
Because I wear a size of 11 in women's.
okay,
Because I had to buy some Star Wars boots. And the
I don't
cheapest
need to
ones
hear
was
this
women.
story, but
So I
like
bought women's boots.
I-
That's how you know.
It's
I know
11.
for a fact I've met women that lie either about their shoe size
Come
or
here.
their height.
Come here.
I
I
don't-
got size
I-
11 feet
I'm not putting my foot
in
next to-
woman size.
I've met for some reason like women who are taller, either for whatever reason don't like to admit their accurate shoe size or height.
It's
There's
not
a woman. You know what?
feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a woman that used to work where I worked that hired me, who was probably like 6'6".
Whoa.
She was
That's
tall.
hot.
She cleared, me, and I'm just ignoring her. I continue to. She cleared me by a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And then one guy who was like came in to like fix the lights asked her like how tall she was, and she's like, "I'm just 6'1", and I was like, "Bitch, no, you're not. Like, you are not. I am not 5'9" or whatever the difference is. Like, why are you
Yeah.
lying?" Like,
Can we say bitch on the podcast?
yeah, well, you know what?
He
I
just
just
did.
did.
He just did.
But I can't say what I want to say. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, they just take it as masculine if they have big feet or
So I'm pretty sure her shoe size might have been fine. If you really want to do it, we can do it. This is a size 13.
I'm only a size 9.5.
I see. That's not that big of a difference to me.
Like, I mean, these are 10.5s, but the way they fit tigers, you have to go up a little bit. I think
men's.
these are men's. These are men's.
No, but like you were saying the size in men's, right?
Yeah, I'm 9.5 to 10 in men's.
Yeah, so it was like relatively the same.
It's it's not crazy different, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but for like a woman to like have almost a similar size foot as me
Yeah.
is like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know the conversion, but I think 9.5 is 11. It's like almost a
I think
2
it's
size.
roughly like almost 2, right?
Yeah,
I don't really
roughly.
know.
Yeah.
I think it is because my mom wears like a 8 in men's.
8 in men's. I think Nicole wears like a 7. She has decently big feet for a lady.
For her height,
Yeah. Well, her dad's also 6'5", so
but she's not that tall.
she's average woman height.
Yeah.
What?
No,
Actually, I don't know. She's
taller than average women. She's your height, isn't she?
2 inches shorter.
Yeah, your height.
Almost. Almost.
How does it feel being short, man? No, I'm just kidding.
Do you think it affects you? Do you think about your
I mean,
height?
I've never dated, but
Why you say it like
well, because a lot of
He wanted to
girls-
give context.
because a lot of girls care about height, but I've never tried enough that people have rejected me because of my height.
Okay, yeah.
That's my point.
I think I guess height has affected me slightly, but I've never like made it a big deal. Like I'm 5'9", 5'10" is the average height, and I'm
Mhm.
5'7",
I don't
5'7.5". I don't know. Like,
I don't
really
think it's
care.
like that big of a deal, to be honest with you.
But you're also tall, so you don't.
Yeah,
You're
that-
biased.
No. Like what?
That's peaking for sure.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't talk for you guys.
Yeah, you,
I don't care.
You short men.
I don't like. It doesn't matter. Like when people speak for, like, it doesn't affect me if a tall person tries to like be in someone's
I feel
short
like I
shoes.
meet more guys around your height than mine.
Yeah, I would say we're more common. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. You would think it'd be like 50-50, but I think there's more people under 5'10" than there is above 5'10".
Even though that's not
that's supposed to be
possible.
the average.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I know, but it just feels like it. I don't know why. It just feels like it.
I think it's because like we have an U.S. population like
More taller people.
in like athletics, you know,
Yeah,
so they skew the average a little bit.
Maybe,
maybe.
and that's what women are like,
Attracted to.
Attracted to is just Yeah.
Power, fame.
money.
Yeah, like some form of power.
Yeah.
Some form of dominance or something. I don't know.
It's definitely not my voice.
Why? What's wrong with your
Oh,
voice?
I was just kidding.
Well, have you been rejected for your voice?
No.
Oh,
People said like you have a good voice or a bad voice.
I don't know. I just have a voice.
I had people say that my voice is very interesting. Like it's not very masculine, but it's not very feminine.
all right, neutral.
It's like a neutral, like
It's a neutral voice.
yeah, like I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like
Let's kill that voice.
I talk. What?
Kill that voice.
I feel like sometimes when
Sorry.
I talk very high in
Mhm.
pitch, but I don't know like if there's a normal voice.
But
Like
that's pretty normal when somebody stresses. They talk in a higher pitch.
yeah, like at work, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it just depends. Like some mornings, like when I wake up and I haven't warmed up my voice is more raspy or deeper,
That's normal.
and I feel like people just like look at me different when I have a way different voice.
Do you in your new job? Do you work with mostly like
I
men?
haven't
or-
started yet.
Oh, most jobs you work with mostly men.
Well, I mean, the last couple of jobs, being in warehouse, personal trainer, mostly men in that field. I'd say warehouse is a little bit skewed more men. Leadership is more men. But training just depends, honestly. If you're just a normal gym, it's
Have you ever caught yourself like talking deeper to other guys?
Code switching.
Yeah.
no, I find myself talking deeper to the ladies than I have.
Really?
Yeah,
It's okay. So, I
maybe
don't
a little bit of both.
I don't know. Like I all I know about my voice is that I can sometimes talk very low
Yeah,
to where people say I mumble. Which I don't feel like I'm mumbling, but it's just my voice. Like I can't control that. Anyway,
Yes,
Like-
you can.
like I don't know if sometimes when you listen back to the podcast, like I say stuff that you guys don't hear, and you
yeah.
catch it on the mic. But then, anyway, I know at work I talk differently to the guys there
Then the ladies.
than the ladies. Like,
Yeah,
and I think it's just because I interact mostly with women, and then when a guy's around, I'm just like, "Hey, what's up?" My voice just goes
Yeah.
deeper.
Right.
So I don't know.
you don't want to be considered not masculine, too feminine. It's a guy like
It's a guy thing, right?
competition.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, I guess it depends on who you do work with because, yeah, if you work with a lot of, I guess if it's mixed, sometimes you want to sound deeper to women
Yeah.
for some reason.
So you
Or-
don't seem. I don't know. It's just like
Right.
you don't want to appear weak, even though if you're feminine doesn't mean you're weak. If you're masculine doesn't mean you're strong.
Right.
It's just a conception that we've had.
Yeah.
Society puts out.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter.
Mm.
Be however you want to be, as long as you're not.
We're
Being
not
crazy.
looking for your inspirational quotes right now.
Well, I'm gonna give unsolicited advice.
Or one time my boss, like, when we talk about having like a firm but confident voice with clients sometimes, especially like in behaviors.
Right.
Like, I don't know if it's because my boss isn't like used to working with guys in the field that much, but I definitely like have a very like I can have a very firm
Yeah.
voice, not yelling obviously, but just more firm. And like one time she like said I was yelling, and like she's like, or she didn't say it like that, but just the way she said it made it seem kind of more like a negative thing. And I was just like, I wasn't angry or anything. I was just talking more
Mhm.
firm.
Yeah.
And was this with a peer or a client?
Client.
Okay.
So I just think the tones that men use versus women
Yeah,
use
yeah.
is a little bit different. Because I think maybe I'm overgeneralizing here, but I think women don't respond to firm, assertive voices. In maybe they react differently because I know Nicole, when someone talks to her in a more aggressive way, she doesn't like. She just instantly shuts down, doesn't respond.
Mm.
So it depends on the person. But I think
I feel more depends on the person and how they grew up.
yeah, that too. But I think for the most part, men are
I think men tend to reciprocate aggressiveness more.
definitely,
Yeah.
for sure that's the case. But I think women, whether it be past societal like norms,
Mm-hmm.
being more feminine, being I don't know, peachy, being positive, or whatever it is that like still carries on today.
I feel
slowly, not as much.
I feel like anyone, not regardless of sex,
Yeah.
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 depending on how they grew up. If they grew up in a family where they were abusive and they didn't get a chance to reciprocate, then that's how they grew up
Yeah. Yeah.
reacting to people once they work in the real world.
Yeah.
If they get a chance to.
If they do, yeah.
A deal breaker for me is not being able to like comfortably voice opinions.
Yeah.
I was talking to a girl one time, and she like really likes Star Wars, and we really like Star Wars.
Sure.
I would say,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
Not a super fan, but
I would say that like I'm not a super fan either. But
I got my Star Wars underwear on today. No, I'm kidding.
all right.
you just really want to show your
YouTube.
body today. And like for me, I didn't say anything negative about. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
All I said was that like to me, for as much as I enjoy Star Wars, that it has been kind of like a letdown. Like,
Yeah.
the series in general.
Okay. As
Like
a whole. As a whole.
Yeah. Like that. I said it like that. Like, not really.
Not going too much into details, but
Yeah.
your general feelings.
And she got mad about that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, she said that like, hey, if you're talking to a girl, you don't want to like shit on her favorite stuff. And I'm just like, I mean, like I really enjoy it too, but like I can still voice my opinion. on
Yeah.
it. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. So
You should have been specific.
No, I
I-
think certain people just take.
I maybe depending on the person. But I feel like sometimes you have to be specific because people take a topic and then make that all about them.
Yeah.
So if you say in general Star Wars is downhill, then they take that personally.
Yeah.
If you say, "Oh, specifically, I don't like episode 8 and 9 because of X,"
Yeah.
that's just
I don't know.
That's a communication style that people
I just
prefer.
I feel like if no matter what I would have said, like she would have just taken it pretty
Yeah,
personal.
maybe that could have been it.
I didn't talk to her.
So what
much
was the
after.
pet peeve? It's or what's the
Voicing opinion.
deal breaker?
Voicing
Voicing
yeah.
opinions.
Like because I feel I'm a pretty opinionated person,
Yeah.
I
and
feel like me too.
if I can't express myself in
Yeah.
the way I want to, then
Uh,
it's just not gonna work.
I mean, I feel that's a tough part is learning somebody's communication style
Mm-hmm.
and knowing when and them knowing your communication style.
Mm-hmm.
That when you're generalizing something, it's not meant to be offensive to somebody else. It's
Mhm.
that your overall feelings on something,
Yeah.
not that this specific thing regarding something that you like is supposed to be offensive to you
Mm.
for whatever reason. And communicating is hard, so
Yeah. It's definitely there's no manual for that.
I wish.
No manual.
Adding it to the manual.
Adding it to the communication manual. There is no manual.
The art of communication without communication.
Oh,
What would be a deal breaker for you?
Relationship wise, you're talking about him?
I mean, I feel like with anyone, I mean, but especially relationships, is just being comfortable communicating your opinions and your feelings, and a big part of that for me is listening, is trying to understand and comprehending what someone's trying to say
Mhm.
versus not just what they're saying but how they're saying it.
Mm.
If they
Sorry, what'd you say?
intentionally
I'm just-
if they intentionally
I had to.
misconstrue something or
Yeah.
twist my words away from my meaning, then that's a deal breaker.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't.
No, I know you're joking.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. I
Say
was gonna
something
be
else?
another.
No, I
it
know
was
you're
it was,
joking.
it was
so-
my turn to do a dumb joke like
That's fine.
Jesse. So
No, I was taking that personally.
I love you,
Albert's like the most
chill person ever.
chill person out of us.
I mean, I've had to work with a lot of different clients and business people.
yeah.
So you have to either just tolerate something or try to correct it in the most professional manner that you can.
Yeah. Let's see what else a deal breaker.
But yeah, for me, it's just communicating. Everything is around communication.
Yeah.
Deal breakers can be fixed with communication.
Yeah, but I think there's also like that's the main thing, but for me another deal breaker is anyone that uses not my lifestyle, but like uses drugs,
Mhm.
alcohol. And it depends on the
Yeah.
degree, but I like for me I don't drink.
Mm-hmm.
I drink very minimal, if any. And I don't
You
really
have
party.
to rely on it to have fun. It's like
Yeah, I like
can't stand those people.
people that aren't in touch with themselves and know themselves and lie to themselves. I think if they're not being honest with themselves,
Mhm.
they're not going to be completely honest with their family, friends, everyone that
Yeah.
they're around.
And that goes as far as what they consume.
Yeah, yeah. So, for me, not also like that's not healthy for you.
Yeah.
That's a big component of my life is living healthy, quality of life, but also just unable to express yourself, whether it be you're not comfortable with yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and also just lying to other people and lying to yourself. Like you can't be happy with yourself if you have to lie about your life.
There's
And
an
how
extent.
you feel. There's an
You
extent,
can lie
but
to yourself so that you are happy, so that
Yeah.
you can ignore the bad.
yeah. But are you really happy if you're lying?
I mean, philosophically, for me, yes,
Yeah.
because then you're ignoring the bad.
Like how
Yeah.
often is too often for you?
For what?
What you're talking about?
Drinking or drugs.
Like how often do I drink?
No.
Or I mean like the deal breaker.
Yeah.
With someone else.
I think
Say a friend.
if I have friends, if every time we hang out, like they have a drink, like
They have to have a drink.
not that they have, but they have one. Like I just think that's too much. If we can't just
Oh.
like hang out and talk and then or
So,
do something.
What if they just like to like if they have one drink and that's it, but they don't get drunk.
I don't know. It's like,
Cause like when we hang out and have game nights, the twins drink, but
yeah,
we're still friends with them.
we're still friends.
Like they're still there. They're still participating.
Yeah,
They're not passed out on the couch.
yeah. But
Like one is like okay, but
that's a game night. That's understandable. But like if we're
at a
like,
restaurant,
at a restaurant, or we're at a movie, we're playing pickleball, or like, and they are like, if they're like constantly like drinking
constantly,
hands,
yeah. But one drink is like okay.
But like if we're playing pickleball, like I don't see them drinking.
it depends on the setting, right? Because if we go to a place like Chicken and Pickle, they have drinks there.
Yeah, but I mean that's, I don't know, maybe
That's like part of their thing is like their.
Excessiveness is not your
Yeah,
excessiveness. Yeah, I don't like to be excessive in.
So if we went to
majority.
Chicken and Pickle and they had one drink and then you just, be
I'm
like,
not gonna storm off or anything like that.
like
Like,
how dare you guys?
no, how dare you disrespect me?
Okay,
No.
I think it's the excess that
I think it's an excess, yeah.
I just wanted him to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's yeah, definitely an excess.
Communicate that then.
He said,
But-
I was trying to let him work it out. Okay.
But I don't know. I just think
I agree with that.
I was
though.
raised that way, like
Right.
so I just don't.
Like I
excess.
refuse to attend. I'll say it. Like I refuse to attend some of our team bonding events because it's just like that's all they want to do is drink. And it's
Yeah,
just like
it's just not for me.
why would I want to go there just for you guys to drink? I don't drink. It's
Yeah.
not appealing to me.
Yeah.
Like they've done bowling, they've done karaoke, we had a Christmas party at the center and we're not even supposed to like, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but then it always becomes about that. It's just like, oh, why would I go if I like that's all you guys want to do?
Yeah. It's just like, it's also escaping reality. I feel like if you're unable to face it, or you need something to make it through your life or reality or cope with something, I feel like you're not fixing the problem.
Yep.
It's just a bandage over it. You're not fixing the source.
Right.
So I'm all about being truthful with yourself, working on
Yeah.
yourself. I also have a fear of, if I get drunk, like what person I would be. I don't know if I expressed it before, but I feel like I would be a very aggressive, violent person if I got drunk.
I think you've mentioned that.
So I just don't want to, because I feel like I understand myself and my temper, and I don't get like crazy angry or aggressive or
Right.
anything, but
You wouldn't resort to physicalness.
no, I don't fight at all. I don't get physical with anyone at all, but I feel like maybe alcohol removing a filter, I think I'd be more aggressive,
Right.
and I don't.
It generally does for
Yeah.
most men.
So I just don't. It's like Batman not killing people. Like, don't do it one time
Yeah.
because you don't want to find
But
out.
in this movie,
Batman,
he just makes them permanently asleep.
yeah. Another deal breaker. What's this piercing called? No, kidding.
Which one?
Septum.
Yeah.
The one through the nose? Or
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
I
I don't
think
know.
that's septum.
That's a preference. I just I don't know why.
But other piercings?
Piercings,
Or just traditional
excessive,
ears?
excessive piercings, excessive tattoos.
Okay.
Not a deal breaker, but not my preference. I just think that
In general, for you, excessiveness.
yeah, excessiveness in general, but
Yeah.
This guy has a problem with excessiveness.
yeah, but I
Like one tattoo is fine. A couple tattoos
couple
is fine.
tattoos is fine, but
But somewhere in there's a level of that's too much.
I think the purpose of a tattoo, in my opinion,
Sure.
is to show it off, right?
Yeah.
Or to grab attention. So I feel like if someone, maybe there are people that are exception to this, if you have a lot of tattoos, you're seeking attention in some way, shape, or form. Because tattoos can have meaning,
Mm-hmm.
and they can be for someone's entertainment, happiness, I don't know. But there's a point where if you go beyond it, you're maybe self-centered a little bit, or conceited. I don't. Maybe I'm just drawing conclusions here, but I that's how the people I've interacted with that have like excessive tattoos. There's something of
Yeah.
that. They're a little bit more vain, and
I feel they are, but they also acknowledge that because
Yeah.
they want to do that.
yeah,
Which is interesting
yeah,
because some people see that as a sin, but
yeah.
I mean, some people are okay with that and they want to show off their body because they feel they want to show off the art that's on it or show off the art that is their body.
Yeah. Yeah, the same thing with like exercise. Like I
Yeah.
felt like you can get extreme with that too.
Right.
As much as I visually I like the look of whether it be a man or a female with a good body.
Yeah.
They can be very vain, very conceited,
Same way.
self-centered.
Always taking their
like-
shirts off at cosplay events.
Yeah, always. But
It's funny how that works, huh?
I'm not like that
Nah.
anymore. But there was a point in time where when I was exercising, like I thought very highly of myself, overconfident, conceited, not as caring for other people,
Mm.
and so like I've definitely toned it down, and I've worked on trying to be more caring, more loving to John. Not-
Being aware of his dislikes.
yeah. He doesn't like it as rough.
Okay, this has been the Legendary Sim podcast.
John's dislikes.
John's red flag. Jesse.
John's red flag anytime he sees Jesse.
Jesse in cosplay.
Anything that reminds him of Jesse. Bruce Lee movies remind him of Jesse, so he
The
doesn't like
Pacific
Bruce Lee.
Ocean.
The Pacific Ocean.
Anything with robots or monsters. He ruined Godzilla for him. Any last like red flags or deal breakers?
I think that was a big one for me. Is the
Excessiveness?
the excessiveness with like
Vain.
alcohol and
Yeah.
I think like with piercings and tattoos, like I think I'm more tolerant because I think sometimes they look really good with them.
Yeah.
It just really depends on the person.
Yeah, for me, it's similar to tattoos where you're trying to do art.
A certain aesthetic, a certain style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you're just like tattoos. There's a meaning to it, usually, and there's art to it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they have like a reasoning for it, like there are some people that have a lot of tattoos, and like each tattoo, they can answer like why they got it, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
There was a guy at work, and he spent
There's always a guy at work.
$30,000 to $40,000 in tattoos.
Yeah.
And I just remember like prejudging him based on his look and the way, but when I talked to him, he's just a very cool, very chill,
Yeah.
someone I probably could hang out with like after work. I remember hearing him wanting to go see Godzilla -1, and I had tickets I had won from Amazon. We worked at Amazon together, and I gave him these tickets to go see the movie with his wife, and like I prefer Harkins over AMC, so I gave away my tickets to him to go
Yeah.
enjoy it. But like it doesn't really matter as long as
The
It's-
person.
the person. It just depends on their character and not
Right.
their appearance.
I mean,
but
That reminds me of however woke it is that M&M commercial with the guy with tattoos on his face and his arms.
The plant guy.
The
the plant guy, yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
love that
and then the
commercial.
yellow M&M is like, "What are those?" And he's pointing at the shoes. And
Yeah.
oh, I like plants and
Yeah.
botany.
yeah.
And then immediately that's a connection with the dad. Like,
Yeah.
that's the same idea, as
so
woke as that
funny.
might be. But like, that's the same idea behind tattoos. Is you don't know the person under it.
yeah, that's why like
It's time to get pruning.
yeah, I love that commercial. But like it's I think you're gonna have first opinions on people just based on previous experiences, and you have to be open-minded enough to give the person a chance
Right.
to be themselves, to show you who they actually are.
Yeah.
Because
And those people know that too because they know they're putting a tattoo on their face.
yeah, and it's the same thing
I didn't
with,
give that weird kid at a cul-de-sac a chance. We wouldn't be friends today.
He's got a lot of cats in his yard for some reason.
This was before the cats. I knew Jesse before the cats.
Before the cats. I'm not even a cat person.
I know.
But you don't know that. No, I'm just kidding.
The cats weren't until like you guys were ready to move out, basically.
It is a couple years before that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I've had experiences where I judge people on their appearance
Yeah.
or the way they talk and stuff, and then I talk to them more and I realize like they're putting on a front, maybe the way they grew up,
Most people.
and then there's something deeper underneath that,
Yeah.
and you find a connection that you wouldn't have made if you just ignored them or went based off of your common conceptions. And
Yeah.
then sometimes there
Sometimes
is
you're
people
right.
you're right about,
Yeah.
and you just should have stayed away from, or
But
should minimize your interaction
right,
with.
but but you also don't know until you ask
yeah, or
Or
you
you-
use experience.
or you interact.
Yeah, so it's very. There's exceptions to
That's life.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
This has been Talking Sip with the legendary Sip.
Episode 2,
Episode 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for sharing.
Should we do these episodes more often?
I haven't released the other one yet.
I know.
There's so many episodes we have back catalog. I'm like,
Which is good.
dang, what do I have? Like, where do I release when? Where?
Which is good. We can take breaks.
Yeah, take breaks. I mean,
These are supposed to be supplementary episodes.
Yeah.
yeah, I will.
I can also help you edit these if you need.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it because I'll be out of state in
Okay.
a couple of weeks. So
Unacceptable.
deal
Your job
breaker.
requires you to be here.
I was just getting into DaVinci Resolve for editing. So I was just
Yeah.
trying to... I did a practice video, so that was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. We'll have to
Bye,
talk
guys.
about that later. Bye. See you
Okay,
next
bye.
time.
What are your guys' worst deal breakers?
Yeah, worst deal breakers. What are the most ridiculous deal breakers?
Ridiculous. We didn't talk about that, but...
I kind of went into like some of my.
I don't think
so-
you were ridiculous with it.
No.
I think that's common enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.